9 out of 10 drivers are walking past free fixes every single day and paying someone else to do them instead. And the one at the very top of this list isn't even a trick. It's information sitting in plain sight that almost nobody thinks to check. Stick around, because that one alone could save you hundreds of dollars, no strings attached. These aren't random internet myths either. Every single hack on this list is something a mechanic would quietly nod along to if you called them out on it. Let's get into it. Hack number 15, the bumper sticker remover. You peeled off an old parking permit or bumper sticker, and now there's a sticky outline that grabs every bit of dust that touches it. Detail shops charge to debadge and clean residue like it's some specialty service. But why pay them for such a simple job? Grab a hairdryer, warm the residue for about 30 seconds to loosen the adhesive, then rub it away with a plastic card and a little rubbing alcohol on a cloth. It lifts clean without scratching your clear coat. The heat is doing the actual work here. It softens the glue so it releases from the paint instead of smearing across it. Know what's even better? The same warm and peel method works on window tint stickers, dealership badges, and those stubborn inspection stickers your state slaps on your windshield every year, so you never have to go at any of them with a razor blade and risk scratching the paint underneath. Hack number 14, the overnight frost shield. Remember how every winter morning you stand outside scraping ice off of your car for 10 freezing minutes before you can even leave? Here's how to avoid it. The night before, mix 3 parts white vinegar with 1 part water in a spray bottle and coat your windshield. Vinegar has a lower freezing point than water, so frost has a much harder time forming an icy layer on the glass overnight. In the morning, you'll only have to wipe off a light film instead of chiseling through solid ice. It costs about 50 cents a night and takes 30 seconds to do before bed. Talk about saving time and money. Hack number 13, the frozen lock fix. If your key won't even go into the lock because the mechanism froze solid overnight, and you're standing there breathing on a door handle hoping it helps, rub a dab of hand sanitizer onto your key before you put it in. The alcohol in sanitizer lowers the freezing point inside the lock cylinder and melts the ice on contact. Ever seen the de-icer spray locksmiths carry? Chemically speaking, this is the same alcohol solution, and it's sitting in your center console right now. Hack number 12, the sap and tar eraser. Your car sat under a tree for one afternoon, and now there's hardened sap stuck to the hood that soap and water won't touch. Squeeze a dollop of hand sanitizer onto the spot, let it sit 2 minutes. Then wipe with a microfiber cloth. The alcohol dissolves the sap's sticky compounds without touching your clear coat, and the same trick lifts road tar off your lower panels and wheel wells. Detail shops sell tar and sap remover in a spray can for $12. That is, again, mostly alcohol wearing a fancier dress. Keep a travel bottle of sanitizer in your glove box, and you'll never need the specialty spray again. Hack number 11, the garage door ding guard. You pull into your garage, and there's barely enough room to open your driver's door without smacking the wall or a shelf. I have this problem, you have this problem, we all have this problem. Here's the fix. Take a pool noodle, slice it lengthwise, and zip tie it to the edge of your garage shelving or the wall at door height. Now when the door swings open too far, it hits foam instead of metal or concrete. A $2 pool noodle prevents the kind of door edge dings that run $150 to fix at a body shop, and you never have to think about it again once it's mounted. Hack number 10, the silent cup holder. Every pothole sends your cup holder change and travel mug rattling like a tin can, and it's driving you insane on every drive. Cut a thin strip of rubber shelf liner, the grippy kind from the kitchen aisle, to fit the bottom of your cup holders and any loose compartments in the interior. It costs about $3 for enough to do your entire cabin, and the rattle disappears immediately because there's finally friction holding things in place instead of bare plastic sliding against bare plastic. Hack number 9, the streak-free glass trick. If you cleaned your windshield from the inside and it looks worse afterward, skip the paper towels entirely. Spray a mix of equal parts water and white vinegar, then wipe with crumpled newspaper instead of cloth or towels. Paper towels leave lint and fibers behind that catch light, newspaper doesn't shed the same way, and the light abrasion actually helps cut through the oily film that builds up from the dashboard off gassing plastic over time. It's the trick professional window washers have used for decades, minus the fancy squeegee. Before we keep rolling, hit that like button. This list took real digging to put together, and it genuinely helps the channel when you tap it. Now let's get into the rest of the hacks that can actually keep you out of the shop entirely. Hack number 8, the battery terminal fix your car cranks slow or won't start, and there's white or greenish crust built up around your battery terminals. That crust is corrosion, and it's blocking the electrical connection your starter needs. Mix baking soda with a small amount of water into a paste, disconnect the negative terminal first. Then scrub the corrosion with an old toothbrush dipped in the paste. It fizzes on contact because baking soda neutralizes the battery acid causing the buildup. Rinse with a damp cloth, dry it, and reconnect. Auto shops will happily sell you a new battery for a connection problem that a $1 box of baking soda solves in 5 minutes. Once it's clean, a light smear of petroleum jelly over the terminals slows the corrosion from creeping back for months. Hack number 7, the musty axe smell cure. Have you ever turned on your air conditioning and it smelled like a wet gym bag? Sadly, you're not the only one. That smell is mold and mildew growing on your evaporator core, which stays damp after every time you shut the ACK off mid-cool. Here's the fix. About a mile before you park, switch your ACK off but leave the blower fan running on high. The airflow dries out the evaporator core before moisture has a chance to sit and grow mold overnight. Do this every time you drive and the smell will fade within a week or two. No $30 evaporator cleaning treatment required. And no guesswork about where that gym bag smell was even coming from. Hack number 6, the belt health check. You're not sure if that serpentine belt is close to failing, and a shop wants to charge a diagnostic fee just to look at it. With the engine off, grab the belt between 2 pulleys and twist it slightly if you see fine cracks across the ribbed underside. Or if the belt feels glazed and shiny rather than matte, it's aging out. This is the exact same visual check a mechanic does, and it takes you 15 seconds under the hood for free instead of paying for an inspection appointment. Hack number 5, the brake pad quarter test. You're worried your brake pads are getting thin, but pulling a wheel off to check feels like more than you want to deal with. And let's be real, none of us have got time for that these days. Look through the gaps in your wheel spokes at the brake pad pressed against the rotor. Hold a quarter up next to it. If the pad is thinner than the rim's edge on that quarter, roughly 1/8 of an inch, it's time to get pads soon. If it's thicker, you're fine for months. It's the same rough measurement a shop uses before they tell you it needs to be looked at further and slide a $150 inspection charge across the counter. Hack number 4, the oil leak detective. There's a mystery wet spot appearing under your car every few days, and you don't know if it's oil, coolant, or just condensation from your ACK. Lay a large flattened cardboard box under your car overnight. In the morning, check the color and location of any drip. Amber or dark brown near the engine center is oil. Bright green, orange, or pink near the front is coolant. Clear liquid near the middle back, under the ACK unit, is just condensation and completely normal. Knowing which one you're dealing with before you call a shop means you walk in already informed instead of getting quoted for a leak that might just be your air conditioner doing its job. Shops love vague descriptions like there's a leak somewhere, because a vague description turns into an hours-long paid diagnostic instead of a 5-minute look at exactly the spot you point them to. Hack number 3, the rodent-proof engine bay mice have been getting into your engine bay and chewing through wiring, and one bill for rodent damage to a wiring harness can run past $1,000. It doesn't take a genius to tell you that's not good. If you're after a quick and cheap fix, soak a few cotton balls in peppermint oil and tuck them around the edges of your engine bay, away from anything hot like the exhaust manifold. Rodents have an intensely sensitive sense of smell, and peppermint oil overwhelms it, driving them away from nesting near your engine. Replace the cotton balls every few weeks, especially before winter when rodents look for warm places to nest. Hack number 2, the first check for the check engine light. Know why your stomach drops every time the check engine light comes on? That's because you're already picturing an expensive diagnostic bill. Before you panic, pull over safely and check that your gas cap is fully tightened. You should hear it click 3 or 4 times as you turn it. A loose or cracked gas cap is one of the single most common reasons a check engine light turns on, because it lets fuel vapor escape and throws off your evaporative emission system. Tighten it, and in many cases the light turns itself off within a few drives once the system resets. It costs nothing and takes 10 seconds, yet it's the one thing almost nobody checks first. Hack number 1, the free repairs dealers don't bring up. Here's the one that can hand you free money. Manufacturers issue recalls and technical service bulletins constantly, covering everything from faulty airbags to transmission software glitches, and by law, recall repairs are completely free, no matter how old your car is or who currently owns it. The catch is that nobody calls you up to remind you, and most owners simply never think to check. Go to nhtsa.gov, plug in your 17-character VIN, which is on your dashboard or driver's door jamb, and it instantly shows every open recall on your exact car. If something shows up, any dealer for that brand will handle the repair, parts, and labor at no cost to you. So there you go. 15 genuinely useful hacks that keep more money in your pocket and fewer surprises under your hood. If even one of these saves you a shop visit, hit that like button and pass this along to someone who's about to overpay for something on this list. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. See you there.